Say hi.
Hello.
Hi. Say hey people, and come watch me. All right, so we're here with, I'm going to have you guys talk, but we're here with Sam and Sarah, and they're going to tell you a little bit about their journey with their new baby here, and and both of them have just been amazing changes, and she just got adjusted today, so I'm excited. But I want to have Sam talk about what their journey has been with having just all the changes you have as a baby, a new baby in their life as a maximized living family. So hi guys.
Hey, I realized that in my younger years I thought I was invincible, and I always thought you get sick when you're old, you get fat when you're old, you get unhealthy when you're old. But I've realized, thanks to the Holy Spirit revealing to me, that people get sick, fat, when they're old and when they're young, and especially because of the decisions they're making when they're young. And I think having this little girl caused me to want to live a life, a maximized life now, but also live through what I call my grandpa lenses. And what I'm doing now, how is it going to affect me when I'm a grandpa? So maybe you go to the gym and you want to get big and strong and get big muscles, but maybe it's better to do a different kind of workout, or maybe it's different. All the choices I make, I want to do them so that when she has kids, when she has grandkids, I can be around, I can be strong and playing with them. And so I just want to encourage everybody out there, especially young guys, young gals, people with young kids, going to and joining the Maximized Living Life isn't something you do after you get old, fat, and sick. It's something you do now so you can maximize your life right now and be in it for the long haul. So I've noticed amazing differences already in this young 27-year-old body. And you're never too young, as Kyle approved, to start a maximized life. So get over to Main Health Solutions and get more than just your spine adjusted, get your life adjusted so you can be in it for the long haul.
Awesome. Any comments there? I know you just had her, and so what's her name?
Kaya.
Hi. And so Sarah, so what have you guys noticed as far as just with the pregnancy, the chiropractic, just with the decision making of everything that's been going on? I know you told me you guys just visited your pediatrician.
Yes.
And have been, harassed for the decision you guys just made with not wanting to vaccinate her, and that's a decision that you guys have the right to choose. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, first I want to say, last year at a nutrition class, you asked to read my sheet out loud. It had my all the information on that you and Marisol took, and you said, "Can I read it in front of everyone?" I said, "Of course, it's fine." And right afterwards, you said, "You're healthy. You need to have a baby.
You make a
You
baby.
need to get pregnant." And that was, I think, on a Tuesday. And honestly, that Thursday night, that Friday, I think, I took a pregnancy test.
So if you want to get pregnant, just
And
come
I
to
was
that.
actually pregnant. You were the first to tell me. And so that just brought a lot of peace that Dr. Rosie said, it's time. You can get pregnant. And so so we did. And I was about to start the 10-day juice cleanse, and then I realized I couldn't. But yeah, being conscious of what I ate throughout the pregnancy was a big deal. And then the whole conversation of vaccines, really, I didn't even know there were any other options except following the CDC schedule. But we decided that we wanted to decline getting her vaccinated at this point, and that came from just doing our own research. And I tell you, so many people have told us, "She's so alert, your baby is so alert." And so that's... Yeah,
And that was a decision made after talking to doctors, nurses, friends with grandkids, friends with kids, grown kids, our own research. This is not Facebook articles shared on a whim, fear-based, wild, crazy people. This is professionals. This is research, people we trust. And we came at it with an open mind to make
And
either
it's
decision.
a scary decision because so many times we just don't know, and it's the unknown. And so I appreciate that you guys were at least open to get educated and made your own decision, not allowing anybody else, even us, sway you one direction or the other. That's our whole goal, is to just give
Exactly.
people the ability to be informed, but then make your own informed decision. And one of those
Informed
things that
consent.
happens nowadays, and I want you to talk about that, is that most of the time people get harassed for the decision making. So
Yeah.
I want you to talk a little bit about that, because that's important that you stand your ground. So what did they tell you?
So I went, and again, every time it's come up, and I'm not against immunity, and so we just never talk about alternatives. But our doctor had just said, he jokes with me and says that I shouldn't take Kaya out of the house, and that I shouldn't have people interact with her because she's not she doesn't have the vaccines, and that when we go flying, that she shouldn't breathe in the circulated air, and just that she should pretty much live in a bubble. And then he also just told me how he went to a conference where they were talking about the negatives of vaccines, and then he just basically told me how it's really sad that people are being misinformed on unscientific studies, and that these things are all based from the devil.
Yeah. So this is why I want you to talk about that, because it's sad. It's that sometimes, even well-meaning doctors, and I don't think the intent is bad, but they have been also just, taught differently. And so whatever he says, whatever, that you stand firm in your decision. And it's not to, try to have a whole conversation and your thoughts are his thoughts, because it's going to be hard to change, but that you stand firm in what you believe, and that you just continue to do what you feel is best for your child. And that's the biggest intent, is that you share that, because some moms are going to be, I think that their emotions are hurt, and they start to, get angry, but it seems like you guys handled it very well. You kind of either change the topic, and, so this is where you got to be, once you stand for what you feel is best for your child, you got to also know that you are going to be harassed by society, and that's okay, and that's all right.
It's not about, for me, choosing a side, being pro or anti anything. It's about, this is my kid, what is the best thing I can do for her?
And even at this time, if you in the
people,
future decide you want to change your mind on whatever decision, I always tell my patients, and right now at this point, if I were to have my child have cancer, I would probably say no to any conventional ways, but doesn't mean I would never choose not to. I just know that at this time I won't, and so, but you stand firm for what you believe in, and you trust, and you keep doing what you feel is right. So I really feel that you guys sharing this, because as new parents, and I feel that most people, as new parents, you're already vulnerable. You already feel, okay, is this the right decision? And so I want you to share your heart, because that's what most moms, and we're getting a lot of people here that are joining that have already been put through that harassment, and then so that's good that you share that. The other thing I want to you guys to share, I know that you've also decided, to breastfeed, right? So how's that going?
Great. I love it. It's hard work.
it fits in the advanced
That was
plan
my
too.
job. That was my job for the beginning weeks. I had help at home, and that was literally just my full concentration. And at 4 months, she's still just breastfed, and we're going to continue that. And
We've had doctors, nurses try to convince us to use formula. To add formula into her diet.
So one of the things I want to talk about is the wellness visits, because sometimes I know that you guys are doing the wellness visits to see what percentile you're at or what the baby's at. And so this is where one thing to be aware of is, every child has their own growth rate. And I really feel once you start putting those things even in your head or even the baby's head, and that they're not in the 90th percentile or whatever, that's a, it's each child is different. And look at her, she's
These
so
thighs
happy.
Are
the 90th percentile, exactly. And so we want to honor that God-given ability to heal, and so she just got adjusted, and
Yeah.
so I know you guys have been adjusted now almost for over a year now,
Yeah.
and so this was even prior to pregnancy, but now decided to get her adjusted. I'm so excited to have done that today, and she looks pretty happy about it. So-
She was laughing during the adjustment.
yeah, and so why we chose to adjust her is, again, she has nothing wrong with her. We adjust babies here just to maintain wellness. And so being, was she born natural, or was she,
Yep.
okay, so,
Yep.
you know, sometimes there's birth trauma even in a natural birth. And so we always want to check and to see how, you know, the baby feels. And even the first time I checked her as just newborn, she was doing pretty good neurologically. We turned her upside down. There was rotation in her atlas, so it was beautiful, but we checked her again today. A little bit of restriction, but we cleared that up, and she's doing awesome. So I am so proud of you guys for the decisions that you're making. You know, just keep on. I want to invite you guys, if you are, you know, part of my office, we're having a Building Healthy Families workshop at the end of July, and that's going to be the 31st of July, and I want to invite you guys. And this is not only from birth, but all the way to 18 years old. So we're going to be talking about just even during pregnancy, ultrasounds, and decision making with that. So look at my event page and sign up for that. And any parent that has questions on just the whole process of not only vaccinations, but what to feed your kid, what if like you stop, like if she stops producing milk, what do you do? What milk do you provide? Please do not do Similac. There's formulas we're going to be sharing with you guys. So just get involved. Did you have another comment?
Even the vitamin B, they wanted to start giving her drops, and I do, but you said Similac. I would never done this over a year ago, but I looked at the ingredients, and I don't want to misquote it, but there was either
A lot of bad stuff.
coloring or I don't know,
There's
sugar,
food coloring,
there's food
sugar,
coloring that
all
was in
sorts of
it.
bad stuff.
Yeah,
so we
corn
went to-
syrup and hydrogenated oil. It's
Yeah, and I
natural
couldn't believe it as an infant. So we got one that was, you know, had better ingredients.
Yeah, we
Literally one
actually,
ingredient.
there's goat milk,
One
there's one that formula that we actually have moms make. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's other options. So there's so much to learn, especially with newborns. So we
Yeah.
want to invite you for that. So sign up for that, guys. Thank you so much for sharing, and you guys have been awesome today. Actually, Sam wrote me up an advanced plan sheet that he did for our patients. So just really hardcore. Just maximize living family right here. So thank you guys. Oh, she's sleepy. Bye,
God
sweetie.
bless you all.
God bless
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.